Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Disco Elysium, shall we? Picking up where we left off. So, we need to find someone with technical expertise to contact the Coalition, and I've got a few people in mind. There is the radio lady on the phone that we talked to about the game as a possibility, but I also think, you know, what about the guy who's at the pawn shop? Could he help me? Here, get over here. We can't walk that way? How do I do that? We made it. Okay. He had a thought. It's gone now. Oh, this is just detective mode. I'm just highlighting everything as I run. Let's see. Alright. Can't fast travel from here, sadly. We could go to the church. I haven't been there in a bit. Actually, I will go there, just to see if there's anything I could do.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut. This cheap-looking padlock...
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way.
Should we start with that kick drum coming from the ice?
Yes, the pulsing bass. An indication of junior delinquency.
Yes. What is that? Oh, I could click on all of these, I guess. Have I never been over here? What are these sculptures? Oh, I don't know if I've ever talked to this person. Have I? Painted with pastels. Someone's trying to bring cheer into the world. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Who is this person?
A shaggy-looking girl.
Oh my gosh.
In her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
I can't believe there's just somebody I've never even talked to. Wow, I just didn't go over here.
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do.
You don't have to do anything.
I should. And I do, point at the hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Regain authority. It's a red check. I mean, I'm so bad with authority. Is that really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
What's your name?
Estelle.
Okay.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And, Estelle who? I'm not a young suitor. This is police business.
Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact
A
microphone?
contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Hilarious. Hey, maybe she's good with electronics. Yeah. Any news on my wife's name? How about my mother? Why am I saying that?
No,
Oh, in the encyclopedia. I'm talking to that, not her.
you're welcome.
Does that have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
You know, Contact Mike doesn't just beat people up. He's a role model.
An entire litany spews forth.
Oh boy, what am I going to say? Yeah, you heard right. You should try to be more like Contact Mike, a successful athlete and an inspirational figure who has overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles. On second thought, screw Contact Mike. He's not a champion, you are. Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug-addicted music. The world of sports is in awe of your faith and dedication. Aw. Okay, let's say the first one.
Man, you are one weird cop.
I'd say I'm just about normal. Now, about that mic. This isn't about me. This is about your lack of respect for one of boxing's greats and for yourself.
What is it with you and this mic guy?
She pauses. The question is rhetorical.
Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me.
That does indeed. Self-respect is not meant to float any boats but your own.
I'll keep that in mind for future use.
How does that tape thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get that mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
Huh.
Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Nice.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh, God. Sounds interesting. Who's this Ardo guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum-going kind of person.
Hey, didn't Piss and Fuck the World mention Van Eyck too?
Is it like a skull thing?
A skull thing? Man, you sound like 100 years old when you say that.
No, you don't. She's mistaken you for an old person. Say you're cool.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hotel room.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man.
Oh, no.
Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
I gotta have more confidence. Actually, I had some non-mic questions.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the
The
footsteps?
musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're called.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That?
She
I
nods.
think it could be a place.
Oh.
Like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah,
The boys?
Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why, you're freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. Empathy legendary. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. Wow. Tell me about this music place you're playing in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
She looks up at the old wooden church on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. What's anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church.
Uh-oh.
If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to him.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Did you put that padlock on the church door?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Okay, if you personally didn't, then who did?
Yeah, you know. That's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why'd you put it on the door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya.
Enough questions.
Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revershaw experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be one too. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. Let me guess, these rich people are not from around here. Strange, the existence of rich people does not stir any emotion in me.
Aren't they? I thought they were as vachalaire as any of us.
Oh,
Just way richer.
no, they're foreign bodies, agents of the international capital. You only need to look close enough.
Maybe you're right. Most of them do speak 3 languages.
So what trouble have you gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Wait, what's in Fallberg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I just can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Forberg, not in Forberg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
God, I can't say the first one. And why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
Drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Major.
Alright.
Okay. I'm gonna try it. I got one.
This is still warm from her touch.
Yes.
And heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable, at your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mike rose from the slums of St. Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he wouldn't knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is the fight for the right attitude.
I can't believe this turned into another Mike thing. Fine. Okay, I'll stick to it. I'll knock it out in 3 rounds.
That's right.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
Wow.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
You said eating me. There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
I guess there's something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. I think it's the plight of the working class. Boy, it's all... Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress.
No, that's probably not it, is it?
No, it sounds like you just got chick issues.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Who's this Königstein?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the psych thing, then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
That's all for now.
Okay, bye.
Wow. What a connection we had. So I can have this thought.
Clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
Endurance. The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
Vow?
The vows are blood and flesh.
What's my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay, but what's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
Fascism? What is fascism, though?
Things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
Financiers?
Yes, them. But also, women.
Women?
Women. Men of war.
Men of
You
woe?
don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Oh, boy.
That's what fascism boils down to.
Yeah, but I'm
The
a feminist.
rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
I'm a feminist.
Feminists? No, it can't be. Not you. No one believes this.
Am I having some kind of stomach seizure?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Why am I getting this?
Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
Fascism sounds so bad, though. What if we called it, like, traditionalism?
Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that.
Okay, stomach, I've made up my mind.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
I'm not going to be plagued by an upset stomach. I'm opting out.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines.
I'm not going to be this
knocking on your
fascist.
alcohol-engorged
No, thank you.
Liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
I bet. Okay. Sweet Moses. A lot just happened there. So I leveled up, which is good. However, I'm about to die, which is not good. I lost my hat also. It happens.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeezing in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
He points his thumb at the lieutenant.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Oh my god, look at this place. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. A pile of nasal sprays. The speaker. The big kind they use for live music. Alright.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably andonic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wow, her name actually is Burger. Wait, how many venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
See, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Uh-huh.
Dopeheads.
Uh-huh.
Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw that starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that.
The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The worst kind. What kind?
The spooky kind.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
Oh, so you met her. Good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool, infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop. Catch it as it flies towards you or let it fall to the ground. Oh my god.
You sense the
I did it.
trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man. Play it cool. Bask in the glory.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
85% is good enough. No one lives forever, baby. Oh my goodness. 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Right, other
Sure,
questions.
man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Unbelievable. Okay, so
As always, we'll be right here.
we've got to ask more questions, and we've got to go open the church and probably let these people out before they die. But, I mean, I am just so thrilled with this game. I can't believe that there was this whole section that I had skipped and missed, and I'm going to try to do everything because I love meeting all these people. I love these conversations. I'm in a tent filled with people making andonic music in the cold, trying to empty out a church full of derelicts so this music group can move in to make a dance club. Amazing. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll check you in the next one. Take care.